Well, hello again, and welcome back to the Tim Buchanan Coaches Show. I'm Craig Harbuck with the Aledo Athletic Booster Club, along with head coach and athletic director Tim Buchanan. It is state championship week.
Yep, 16 weeks of football.
Well, we started back in August, and this is where you imagine you're going to end up, and this is where we end up.
Yeah, a lot of coaches wishing they could do this, and I'm one of them. And I told my wife I don't need anything for Christmas now.
Here we go.
I've got my Christmas gift.
Well, we everybody headed east, went to Mesquite, and played Corsicana, which I talked last week. Corsicana, I'd never seen them before, but just listen to people talk. Cameron Washington, their big running back, 3,000-yard running back, and their high potent offense. Well, 68-28 says that our defense once again came to play football.
I tell you. It's been really neat to watch our defense mature, and that's what it's all been. We started out the season giving up 47 points to Stephenville, 60-something points to Lake Travis, and gave up some points early in the season to some other district opponents and things like that. But these kids have just week by week have matured, and they played good defense in spurts early in the season, but we had a hard time putting together 3, 4, 5, 6 plays in a row, putting together an entire game, 4 quarters. But now they've matured and they're starting to do that and doing a darn good job of it.
Well, it's pretty good timing if you're talking about maturing.
Yeah.
If you look in the playoffs, we've averaged over 50 points a game, and I'm sure we haven't given up more than 20 points a game average-wise, which we'll take that all day long.
We'll take that, and that's what I said. Somebody said at one time, we scored 59 in the first 2 playoff games, and I think 59 in our last home game and district game. And somebody said, well, that 59 looks pretty good. I said, I'll take that the rest of the way through the playoffs, and if we score 59, I feel pretty good about us winning.
We're going to win. We mentioned Cameron Washington, which was Corsicana, or is Corsicana's running back. This rushed for 3,000 yards. We held him to 90 yards and really shut down their offense. Got on them early, got up 20-0, held off a little bit of a surge by those guys. But like you said, the defense just stepped up. And offensively, Jonathan had, I think he rushed for 228 yards on 22 carries, 5 touchdowns, which ties him for the national touchdown scoring record at 204. So it's highly likely he's going to break that. Matt Bishop, 10 of 12. Once again, just a night of superiority on his 10 of 12, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, that a really key touchdown at the end of the half.
That the play at the end of the half, and we tried to run our little hook and ladder play to John, and they get called for pass interference, which set us up and gave us another 10 yards on that play. So it put us in field position where we could try the Hail Mary, and we work on it every week. Been doing it for several weeks now, and Matt, he times it just perfect. Had all 4 of the receivers going down. Had Freisinger on one side trailing the play. Had Michael Mann on the other side trailing the play. Had Willie in the middle. Pate Davis in the middle. And I wasn't sure which one of them got a hand on it, but Pate or Willie jump up, and they couldn't catch it, but they tipped the ball just perfect. Michael Mann's right there, makes a heck of a catch because he takes a shot. He gets hit right under the chin when he catches that ball. He hangs on to it. And, we had kind of lost some momentum at that time. Mm-hmm. I mean, they had come back from a 20-0 deficit, scored 14 unanswered points. We go in, get the 2-point conversion after the touchdown with no time on the clock, and go in at halftime knowing that we're going to get the ball in the second half. Right. So old Mo just swung back over to the Bearcat side, and we kept it the rest of the game. Yeah,
and the Mo kind of just stayed on our side because we did get the opening kickoff, which Johnny Carter promptly ran 82 yards for a touchdown.
Well, we scored between both teams. We scored 21 points in the first 58 seconds of the second half. I mean, I look up at the clock, and there's 11 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock, and between both of us, we'd scored 14 and they'd scored 7. So we were scoring pretty quick, and finally we got it slowed down. But we ended up scoring 33 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, 5 touchdowns in the third quarter, which really sort of put the nail in the coffin if you're talking about Corsicana. Matt B, once again, threw for 2 touchdowns, and he also had 2 nice touchdown runs.
Yeah, they were really keen on John, and we ran a little read play, zone read play, and Matt made great reads. And I tell you, Michael Wilson and Willie Gibson and Caleb Freitzinger, those 3 guys did a great job blocking on the edge. Willie Gibson, I think he had 1 catch, only threw him 2 balls on the night, but he blocked his tail off. I saw 3 or 4 times where he had his man not only locked up and blocked him, but he took him to the ground, got a pancake. We had to give him some syrup for all those pancakes he had.
And that wasn't only on the field. We saw it in the stands because, of course, we're sitting around with, I bet there was 15,000 people there total. I didn't hear what the total attendance was. There was a lot of fans, but, everybody around our area was like, you guys see Willie Gibson just make that block?
Yeah.
He's like, you're right. So you make a catch, but like in basketball, if you get an assist and they score,
exactly,
almost more important.
Yeah, because you're not going to score. We don't score either one of those touchdowns if Willie doesn't make that block.
Right. So congratulations again. 68-28, and now we get to cruise to Cowboys Stadium, where we like Cowboys Stadium, I think, especially over the last 2 years. The Manvel Mavericks from Alvin, home of Nolan Ryan, birthplace of Nolan Ryan. What do we know about the Mavericks?
Tremendously athletic, big, strong, fast. We don't want to told the kids this morning, I said, we don't want to get a bench press contest with them because I'm not sure they're not a lot stronger than us. I don't want to get in a foot race with them because I think we've got one guy that can outrun anybody they have, but their slowest guy is faster than our second fastest guy, I'm afraid. They can run. And then and I said, and we don't want to get in a calendar contest because when they take their shirts off, I'm afraid they look better than us too. So they've got some good-looking athletes, and they're undefeated for a reason. They're a good football team. They had a come-from-behind victory in the semifinal round, beating Corpus Christi Cow and 31-28. Kicked a field goal with no time on the clock to win that game against a really, really good Corpus Christi team, Cow Allen. But we have our hands full. I mean, we have our hands full. We're a good football team too. Right. So it'll be high noon, Cowboys Stadium. So it'll be a heck of a football game.
Which we are the first game of the day, and there's 2 other games after that, which is kind of nice. But I mean, for everybody watching out there, get your tickets and get there early because. You and I not having any interest in either one, just want to go watch some good football, can go to that game too. So.
You got the Aledo game at noon, and you got South Lake game at 4 right after us, and then at 8 o'clock that night, Cibolo Steel, who defending state champions, also get to play. So
Delaney team that beat Mansfield, which 3 great football games coming up. We talk about our defense, we talk about our offense, and we talk about the players. But I tell you what, and I've mentioned it to people, and the resiliency of you and the coaches. Not that I want to pat you on the back a lot, but I'm going to pat you on the back here. You guys, from week 1 to week now 16, have really done what everybody anticipates, and those kids are prepared to win.
Oh, they're good kids, and there's a reason why I like coaching in Aledo, and it's because the kids work their tail off, and they try to do what you tell them to do. So you better be telling them the right thing. Because if you tell them to do the wrong thing, they're going to do what you tell them to do. And our kids, it's a lot of fun coaching these kids. They show up on time, they do what they're supposed to do, and it's it's 16 weeks, really 17 with the bye week. And then you throw 2-a-days in there. It's a long time. It's a long time for these kids, and that's what I talked to them about this morning. I said, hey, let's all focus. Our goal wasn't to make it to the state championship game; it was to win it.
Right.
So we've got to work this week, but don't forget to have fun.
Yeah.
It's a game, and the coaches too. Coaches. Sometimes we forget that those kids, we get paid to do this, they don't. So we got to make sure we make it fun for them and try to make them have fun in practice, but at the same time make sure they're doing the right thing.
Well, it is. It's a testament to the coaching staff and the kids, parents, everybody involved. It is fun. You're right. And we set out not to play in the state championship. We set out to win the state championship.
Exactly right.
So we get to find that out Saturday at noon at Cowboys Stadium. Now, kudos to you. I think that was your 200th victory. Is that correct here at Aledo High School? Congratulations. That doesn't happen very often.
They tried to give it to me when we beat Stephenville, and I'd have liked to have had it that night.
Right.
But back in 1994, Boyd had to forfeit to us. They beat us 14-7 or 14-0 that year, and they had to forfeit all their games because they played a kid on kickoff that was 19 years old.
Whoops!
It didn't have anything to do with them kicking our tails. So I didn't accept that victory, even though the UIL tried to give it to us.
Right.
I didn't. I don't put that on my record as a win because I know darn well whether that kid played or not didn't make a difference in it. So, so the other night, 200 wins. You know, the thing that made me think, you know, the only thing bad about that means you're getting old.
That means you coached somewhere quite a long time.
Yeah, and 200 victories in one place. Not, you know, Phil Danaher down at Cow Allen had his 300th win. I don't know if they were all at Cow Allen, but he's had a bunch this year, and he had that this year. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 300. He had to have been a head coach when he was, you know, like 19 or 20 years old.
Well, he's not that old, I guess.
He's getting older, but to have 300 victories,
that's a lot.
And then you look at Gordon Wood and those guys, you know, have 400 victories or right at 400 victories. That's
yeah, you're coaching a long time.
Yeah, some of them coached for 40 years, head coach for 40 years.
Now this is your
19th season as a head coach, and I spent 10 years as an assistant.
Right.
And how those guys got, and you know, most of them are head coaches when they're 21, 22 years old.
Right.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is testament to you know, just what you've put together. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
Girls basketball, boys basketball. I know we got football in our minds, but we still got other sports happening.
Well, I believe we both won the Decatur tournament, or did really well in the Decatur tournament. The girls kind of rolled through it,
right.
And then the boys ended up beating Boswell by 30.
Good gosh, which is
on
great.
Saturday.
Yeah, even in our division, right?
Yeah,
our district.
That's our district. That's one of our district opponents, and
which is great.
Yeah, it tells us we've got a good shot at not just making the playoffs in boys basketball, but got a good shot of winning the district.
Coach Smith's doing a great job out there. Once again, our state championship game against Manvel Mavericks, noon, Cowboys Stadium. Look on the Aledo ISD website. I'm not for sure if it's come out for ticket prices, what time they go on sale, but we're the visiting team. Is that correct?
We will be the visiting team. It will be noon kickoff. Parking, they'll charge you for parking just like normal, but it's not like a Cowboy game where they charge you $100.
Right.
It's either $5 or $10 a car for parking. And I'm not sure what the ticket prices are. I want to say they're 8, 10, and 12, but I could be wrong. It could be 10, 12, and 15.
Right. Well, 15 at the gate.
Yeah.
I went on the Manville website, and there were 15 at the gate.
Right.
And I'm not sure what ours are going to be here, but I'm sure they go on sale either Wednesday or.
Yeah, Mr. Peterson, our high school principal, picked up all that information. He's trying to help me out, so I didn't have to worry about it. They actually delivered it to us at the game, and he got all that, and I really haven't had a chance to talk to him about it yet.
Well, congratulations again. 200 victories. We're going to have 201 here in less than a week.
That's the plan.
That is the plan. We'll be back here next week to sum up the season in football, and good luck, Coach.
Thank you.